Supreme Court building at night, legal documents stamped, emergency order, hit headlines flashing, shadow docket under fire. Scott's critics speak out. The US Supreme Court, the highest court in the land, is facing growing scrutiny not over its public rulings but over the ones made in the shadow. News anchors debating, flashing phrases like no oral arguments, no transparency, major ruling, new sentence. Welcome to the Shadow Docket, a fast-track legal channel where major decisions are made without full briefings, oral arguments, or detailed explanations. And critics say it's undermining democracy. Archive footage of justice entering court, close-up of unsigned court orders. Technically, the shadow docket refers to emergency orders and summary decisions, rulings made outside the court's regular calendar. These are supposed to be rare and procedural, used in true emergencies. But lately, they have been anything but. Protesters outside Supreme Court news crate Charon, Texas abortion law temporarily upheld, APA powers blocked overnight. In the recent years, the court has used the shadow docket to make constitutional decisions, including cases involving abortion, environmental regulation, voting rights, and immigration, all without full transparency. Headline about Texas SBB abortion law, followed by footage of APA emissions case. In 2021, the court allowed Texas controversial abortion law SBB to take effect through a shadow docket order. MSNBC analysts say that this law effectively bans abortions after 6 weeks, and the court did not even hold a hearing. Then in 2022, the justice used the same process to limit the EPA authority to regulate power plant emissions and the decisions with sweeping national impact. National activities, smokestacks, court documents titled emergency applications granted. Both rulings were unsigned, unexplained, and issued overnight, drawing first backlash from legal scholars and the public. Academic experts speaking at panels, law journal covers, think tank reports. Legal experts say the trend is distributing. Without full agreements or written opinions, the public is left in the dark with no understanding of why the court ruled the way it did. Harvard law professors say that it erodes trust. When decisions of national importance are made without transparency, it invites suspicions and politicization. Rise in shadow docket decisions from 2017 to 2024. According to the court records, the number of shadow docket rulings thus has spiked in recent years, especially on politically sensitive issues. Critics argue it allows the court to make ideologically driven decisions without accountability. Justice Robert Alito, Kagan, and Barrett speaking at public events. Even some justices are pushing back. Justice Elena Kagan, dissenting in shadow docket case. This decision is emblematic of too much of this court's shadow docket decision making, which every day becomes more unreasoned, inconsistent, and impossible to defend. Chief Justice John Roberts speaking that the court's legitimacy depends on public trust, but that trust may be slipping. Approval of Supreme Court drops to historic low, 37% in the 2024. With public confidence in the judiciary eroding, lawmakers are now considering reforms from transparency requirements to limit on emergency rulings. Capitol building Supreme Court at dusk, protesters with the signs reading, restore judicial integrity. As major rulings continue to emerge from the shadow, the question is no longer if the shadow docket is a problem, but what to do about it. Should emergency orders be more limited? Should justice be required to publish opinions, even it expedite cases? And can public pressure really change how the highest court operates? The court is watching, so are we. Cortes is in the shadow, the fight for transparency. Like, subscribe and follow for legal and political breakdowns.